Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Mountaineers ready to kick it away first. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Gamecocks offense will have the football first. And here comes the junior running back. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game. Play fake, Sellers. That's caught. It's Tyler. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wants to bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Mountaineers offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Kirby Voorhees, he is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
And they've been stacking up dubs because of their running back. Like, they don't make any bones about it. They're going to hand him the football. They're going to try to make him get the football in as many ways. They'll be a little bit creative, but it's his touches. It's his ability to make people miss. It's his ability to hit home runs that makes this whole thing go, Palmer. Like, he is key 1, 2, and 3 for this offense.
Yeah, and we were talking to the other team's D coordinator coming into this one, and he was like, honestly, we thought this guy was going to be good coming into the year. We didn't expect him to be this good, though. And I think watching the film really got the attention of our defense, and they're locked in. I think they know they have a huge challenge on their hands because you're right, this running back, while he might not have the best talent around him, he is difficult to stop.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This crowd, full throats splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Might be changing the route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis. And he's wrestled to the ground.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
And the misconnection on third down.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
And the Mountaineers will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Defense in press coverage. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got it in the middle. It's Fuller. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Fuller. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got a little grass. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Gamecocks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's McAllister. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keep. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
That's a nice job by the offense there on their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Working that left side now. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Ready to fire from the pistol. Hold and fired complete. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
The quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Running inside. It's Voorhees. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped her at 21.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air, it's Singleton. There's the pressure. Tight end finds a soft spot. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Voorhees. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Mountaineers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Lewis. Makes a pass to Marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's a heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Back to throw, it's Singleton. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. The 20, the 10, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, down on the Appalachian sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up in the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Voorhees. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking downfield. Finds his man. It's Voorhees. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
They seen it once, they seen it twice.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
On the run, it's Voorhees. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier.
Snags it and he's open. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Caught over the middle. It's McAllister.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Here's Sellers to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Just ran over it. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Third and short from the 49 is this four-down territory. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Fuller. Breaks the tackle. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone is under attack.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. After that encroachment penalty, it's now first and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Throwing, Sellers. Going for 6. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offense.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to throw at Singleton. Looking for a big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to...
And now they've lost the ball down here. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover. But man, did they lose a chunk of yardage.
Nice job by the defense, playing fast, playing physical, upfield, forcing the fumble. They can't fall on it. They can't get the touchdown themselves, but they force the safety and put points on the board.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Sellers. He's got him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field is Sellers. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though. And that time, they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Here's Sellers to throw. Get it out on the screen. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for room, it's McAllister. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. So now it's second and long. They'll go right back to it. There's some room. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Guys, I'm here on the Mountaineers sideline. I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To throw, it's Singleton. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Smashes through the tackle. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Running inside, it's McAllister. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being different.
Here's a little room there. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. It's first down from the 11. Throwing, Sellers. Finds his man in the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run inside. It's McAllister. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to scramble. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Singleton. Hauls it in.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On the left side, here's Coleman. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He goes right back to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Going right back to Coleman. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like that back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Takes a hit as he fires. On target over the middle. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker to protect them.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Huskies, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back over to your game inside Williams-Brice Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
I caught up with the Mountaineers head coach. His quarterback, not typically one to turn it over like this. He has an opportunity right now taking the field on offense to start the third quarter. He said ball security has to be at the top of the mind. Slow down, take what the defense gives you, and make sure we're holding on to the football. Back to you.
All right, Holly. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back to throw. It's Singleton. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. And the defense drags him down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Fires to the tight end. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lewis.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Makes the catch. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. 3rd and 6 yards to go. To the air, it's Singleton. Here comes the heat. Pulls it in. He had that first down marker squarely in his sights, but boy, a tough, hard-nosed tackle is going to leave him about a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time. But, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this. And listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
The Mountaineers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here again.
Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Bringing the heat. He's got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The play-action fake. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Under fire. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, App State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. That pass is incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Finds his man. It's Sellers. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He's got it on the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught him. He was ready for that play.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Sellers. He's got the tight end. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today. This one from 34 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw. It's Singleton. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Coleman open on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. And the Mountaineers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. That is not helpful at all as the ball goes out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And what great field position to start. Great place to start for this offense. On the move, it's McAllister. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock as priority number one. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Gamecocks are facing third and inches. Motion from the wideout. Hard running there. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense.
Next, going for the goal line. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time. And here's the third interception of the night. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And as a offensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue...
But got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw, it's Singleton. Rushes on him. He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller...
Makes a grab and room to run. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wideout trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he's been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Running inside, it's Voorhees. Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Back to pass, it's Singleton. Makes the catch, it's straight. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The corners are walked up tight. Looking for a crease, it's McAllister. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Tyler. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. They want that clock to run. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Got enough for the first. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The run inside. It's Voorhees. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he won't make it to the marker stonewalled for the second straight play. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here's a give to Auguste. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's Isaiah once again. Knee stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do it. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
This has been a presentation